It's important that you have to understand your blessings are going to come. It may not come exactly in the way you prayed for them, but God hears you. And if you remain faithful, those blessings will come. Had I said no to my friend, what is this? What is that? Try to figure out all the details. I would have missed out when God has already gone before me, figured out all those details, laid it all out, and I am here just smiling, talking to you guys, and trying to encourage you guys and want you to strengthen your faith and to know that it is going to be okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. Can you believe that we are already in season three, episode 1? I am so excited. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Ebony Stiff and I am your host, and we podcast in our pajamas. So tonight I am wearing, it's black with kissy lips with a heart inside of it. And then also, you really can't see it because it kind of goes down a little bit, but there's cherries on it too. So a little kisses with the red lips and like a yellow heart inside of the lips and some cherries are going down my pajama dress. So, what is it that you are wearing tonight as you're listening to this episode? Drop it in the comments below. I would love to know what pajamas you are wearing for tonight's episode. So, if you're watching it, you can see that the background looks a little different. This will not be the normal background. We're still going to go back to the background that we have. However, this is different because I am coming to you from Canada, from Toronto, Canada. Yeah, your girl has been on the move. I am loving every minute of it, every blessing that God has given me, every door that has been opened for me. I have chosen to walk through that door and take you guys along with me. So I'm actually in Toronto, Canada. This is my first time ever here. And I can say the traffic is, it takes like 30, 40 minutes to go 2 miles. It kind of reminds me of New York a little bit. So I think tomorrow we're going to get out and walk around and continue to be tourists. But tonight we are here, and I am really going to talk to you about traveling. I'm going to talk to you about the importance of accepting God's blessings and walking out on faith and not fear. That is what I'm going to talk to you about because as I've been gone, that is exactly what I've been doing. And a lot of times I'll hear people say, hey, where are you in the world today? Or what's going on right now with you? And I take it as a compliment because actually you guys can do it too. You can do it too. These are things that I have asked God to bless me with the freedom to be able to travel. I've asked God to bless me with the schedule that I have. But most importantly, after I ask God for those blessings, it's important when I receive them to step out on faith and just receive the blessings that I've asked for, right? I think a lot of times we'll ask for something and we'll pray for something and then we're too afraid when we get it. We start leading with what if this or what if that? And it's like, you have prayed for this. This is yours. Have faith that God is going to take you through that door, that He is the one that opened that door for you, and there will be nothing but blessings that flow upon your life. However, if you stay stuck where you are, how are you going to experience those blessings that you have asked for, that you have prayed for, that you have believed in God for? All right. So I'm going to give you some examples because, hey, that's what we do, right? Speak now, never hold your peace. So, for example, Toronto, how did I end up here? I didn't pray to come here. I didn't know I was going to come here, but God blessed me and opened that door. I actually was just helping out a friend in a very tough situation. I won't share those details because the friend is not here and I didn't get permission to do that, right? But I was just being who God called me to be, just being a friend to that person, didn't expect anything in return. And in return, I was actually asked to fill a position that I didn't even know was open. I didn't know this position even existed, right? I've been friends with this person for a very, very long time. So I said, of course, I'll help you. I'll fill that position. Now, what does that position mean? You know? So I just knew I was helping a friend. So I was like, it couldn't be too bad. And the position actually requires me to travel. I'm able to meet some very important people, some very influential people, what you guys may consider celebrities and things of that nature. So I have to be very, very careful in the things that I say. But it was just another opportunity that was afforded to me. And I didn't know how the blessing was going to come, but it came, right? And I was not afraid to walk through that door. I said, hey, whatever it is that you need me to do, I'll be here for you. And it turned into something that I could have never imagined or never guessed, right? So I said that to say it's important that you have to understand your blessings are going to come. It may not come exactly in the way you prayed for them, but God hears you. God knows your heart. And if you remain faithful, those blessings will come, but you have to be willing to walk through that door. Right. Had I said no to my friend or like, okay, what do I have to do? What is this? What is that? Try to figure out all the details. I would have missed out when God has already gone before me, figured out all those details, laid it all out, and I am here just smiling, talking to you guys, and trying to encourage you guys and want you to strengthen your faith and to know that it is going to be okay. If God let you to it, He will lead you through it. Just go. Don't worry too much about, well, what if this or what if that? It sounds like you're operating more in fear than in faith. So that is what you want to do. You want to operate in faith, believing that God has given you everything that you've asked for, even more, right? Even more than what you could have ever imagined or ever dreamed. So just because it may not have come packaged the way that you want or the way that you thought, or even from the person that you thought this blessing was going to come from, does not mean it is not for you. Okay, so just thank God for it. Have faith and said, you know what, God, this is what you have for me. I'm gonna go ahead and go through this door and trust you because you brought this to me. All right. So once you do that and once you believe that in your heart, you I can't wait to see all the things that you're gonna be doing and you're gonna be telling me about and referencing in this video and saying, you know what? She was right. I did it and I feel so much better and I let go of all that fear and I started operating in faith and not fear. Another thing about traveling that you guys could do, which you don't realize, right, that I do, people think I'm rich or I have this or I have that. And really, that is not the case. I live below my means, not above. I live below my means. I'm true to who I am. And that helps me be able to do things that people think are super expensive or they think that they can't do. So, for example, like if you like, I rarely get my nails done, really, right? So, a lot of women, you get your nails done. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I rather take that money that I would spend probably in a month getting my nails done and maybe travel. Maybe buy a bus ticket or a train ticket, to go somewhere because that's just something that I love to do. And when you realize it's really not that expensive, when you start cutting down on other things that you realize, may not be as important, but if it's important to you, that's fine. Getting my nails done is really not that important to me. So it's one of those expenses that I don't have where I can put it towards something else like traveling. My hair, I don't spend a lot of money on my hair. I don't wear a lot of wigs. I don't wear extensions all the time. I do them for what I feel are special occasions, which is not that often, right? Or I'll wear braids. Braids will last me a couple of months, and that affords me the ability to do some of those things that other people may think, oh, she has a lot of money because she does this, or oh, she has a lot of money because of that. No, it's just I choose to spend my money differently. So hair and nails, ladies, it will save you a lot of money. Trust me, and you will be able to do things that you never thought possible because that is I've seen how much it costs to get hair and nails done nowadays. It has gone up. So you too can travel if you just, eliminate some things that may not be as important. And you too can see the world. You too can travel. You too can do things that you never thought were possible. Just budget a little differently. And I think you will find yourself being able to do some of those things. Also, too, when I travel, unless it's paid for, if I'm paying for it myself, I do not mind hopping on a Spirit airline. I just don't. Nobody has ever judged me or looked at me if I'm roaming the streets of another country and like, girl, what airline did you get on? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I will get on the airline that's affordable to me because when I get there, I will have more money to spend on souvenirs and if I want to catch a show, depending on where I am, or just do things of that nature, right? So if I can cut costs on the flight, my hair, nails, things like that, so that I can actually enjoy where I am and I have more money to allocate towards other things while I'm there traveling. Kudos to me, and that's what I will do. Now, the only thing, this is just me, my pet peeve, I will not scam on the hotel. I can't do it. So there are certain hotels that I will only stay in when I travel out of town. I will not say those hotels because they are not paying me to advertise those hotels. Okay. But if you know me, you know. But, for the hotels, I choose to stay in a certain line of hotels because I found them to be safe. I like hotels where, you need a card to actually get to the floor where you are. I like hotels that are inside, not outside. And those are just my preferences. So if I have to spend money on something, it will definitely be a hotel. That's just something that I don't skim on. So maybe me skimming on other things like my hair, my nails, the flight allows me the ability to, spend maybe a little extra on the hotel. Also, if you're flexible with where you want to go and you're flexible on the dates, rates can change in the hotel from one night to the other. So that's something to keep in mind too. Just say, hey, if I can go the next weekend or the other weekend, just figure it out. Do what you can do. Love on yourself. Do what you want to do. We only get one life to live. And it's so important for you to make yourself happy and do the things that you want to do. It may not even include traveling, right? I was only talking about traveling because I travel a lot and people often ask me, like, where in the world are you today or this weekend? Because I will pick up and be gone. Okay. And I have no problem doing so because I'm like, you know what? I almost lost my life a couple of times, and tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So, whatever it is that you like to do, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you pray to God for and you're believing God for and you're having faith for, once the opportunity presents itself, take it and go and run and continue to trust God no matter what it looks like, no matter what anybody else says. You know what? You shouldn't even really be asking other people what you should do because when you were talking to God about receiving these blessings and you were praying for these blessings, that conversation was between you and God. So once you get afforded those opportunities, you shouldn't really be talking to anybody else because your faith may sound crazy to them. Your faith may sound unbelievable, and they may talk you right on up out of your blessings. So you don't want to do that either. Once you receive your blessings that you believe God for, you go ahead and you continue to talk to the person, you talk to God about those blessings that you're receiving, and you continue to operate in faith, not fear. It will get you so much further in life. And a lot of times you will hear people say, oh, this idea that I had, people thought it was crazy, or this thing that I did, people thought I was crazy. But at the end of the day, it's about you and your life and what makes you happy. Okay. And make sure you're doing things that are pleasing to your soul, that are pleasing to your mind. Because if you don't have a peace of mind, that's a whole nother podcast. Okay, we'll get into that another time about having a peace of mind. But God will definitely give you those things and give you the desires of your heart. But you have to be willing to act on it and you have to be willing to go. Okay. So I want you guys to go and enjoy life. I want you guys to not be afraid. I want you guys to start maybe budgeting differently, doing things differently, and you'll find that you have way more money than you thought to go do those things that you think are impossible because it's not impossible, it's within your reach. I promise you, if I can go and I can do it, so can you. So can you. And I know it sounds so cliche. You're probably like, oh, I heard that a lot of times. People say that all the time. But it's so true. I'm a living testimony of it. It is so true. Just be a good person. Continue to say your prayers. Continue to believe. Continue to walk in faith. Leave fear behind. What is fear? Like, we're not doing that anymore. God did not give us a spirit of fear. Okay. So do not be questioning when you get stuff, when you get your blessings, just thank God for your blessings, okay? And they are a beautiful thing when you live in them. And then if you have people that don't believe in you, let them watch from the sidelines while you continue to do what God told you to do. All right. So that is all for tonight. I hope you guys were inspired. You know, I don't like to keep you too long. I don't like to keep you past 20 minutes. And I actually want to get out and go. There's music playing downstairs. I actually want to probably get out of my pajamas and put some more clothes back on and, go do some more stuff in Canada. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for always tuning in, for rocking with me to season 3. We have made it to season 3. I'm super, super excited about that. I'm super excited about the things that we're going to talk about this season. You are going to truly, truly, truly be blessed as I have been, and I will continue to share my journey with you. I will continue to try to inspire you to be the best version of yourself. And good night from Canada. I love you guys, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Remember, we podcast every 2 weeks, not every week. So good night, enjoy, and until next time, speak now and never hold your peace. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. You can find me bi-weekly on the Alive Podcast Network or anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Until next time, speak now and never hold your peace.